15th of 2013, and I started my day as any typical other day. I was probably running late to work, showed up at work, busted my ass off as usual. It was probably a rough day where I didn't get to take all my breaks in a timely manner, because that's what fast food does to you when you're a manager. So at the end of the day, I check my phone, and I see the typical messages that I get, people that I'm texting, my boyfriend, my sister, people that I was staying in contact with at the time. But one message did stand out. I noticed my friend Andrina, who is a childhood friend. I basically was an adoptive child in her family. I was always with them, ate dinner with them every night, and spent most of my childhood years with them. And I didn't really want to read the message because I kind of messed up our friendship by getting in a relationship and making my whole life just about my boyfriend. Didn't want to break our routine, didn't want to spend one day away from him. I was super clingy and stupid. So I fucked up everything else from my life because of my stupid love. But I gathered up the courage to read it. I didn't have the energy to put into fixing a friendship. And I really just was dreading the thought of like, oh, hey, let's hang out. You know, I'm like, nah, I don't have time. I'm kind of busy working and I have school and didn't want to mess up my routine. But then I finally opened the message and it says something that I wasn't expecting at all. It says, hey, Julia, Eddie's mom just died. And I just locked my phone and I put it down. My brain didn't even let me process it. I act like I never even read it. Started a conversation with a coworker about something work-related. And then I finally just stopped everything from the outside world and start thinking about, what did I just read? Wait a minute. I look at my phone again. I read it over and over and over and over. And I'm thinking, holy shit. Eddie was a part of our trio. He's Andrina's cousin, so we were always together. It was always the three of us. We would have the time of our life doing nothing. Laying on the floor, looking up at the sky, walking around the neighborhood, jumping over things like dumbasses. But it was the time of my life, and thinking that he lost his mom was something that really crushed me. I mean, that's all he really had, it was his mom. So I finally decided to text her back. I was like, oh shit, can I go to your house? Are you home? And she replied, yes, come over. And even on the way to my house, I called my boyfriend telling him, I'm gonna go to her house. I'm sorry I'm messing shit up. I mean, we usually hang out every day. But it was kind of sad that he didn't even show any sympathy for the fact that somebody just lost their mom. So that's when I realized, what the fuck am I putting all this energy into for somebody that can't even show any sympathy for my second family that just lost a part of their family. But when on my way there, I walked there because I didn't have a car at the time, walking in my uniform, looking all stupid, like, oh shit, I just came from work. I have nothing to offer, no flowers, no food. Like, what am I supposed to do? I've never had this situation. I really don't know what to provide for somebody that just lost somebody in their family. But I show up at the door, and you could feel the tension. And there's certainly a gloomy depression filling the room because they're really alone. Their parents were in Mexico at the time. So it was just the kids at home that had to deal with the death. They told me about the tragic scenes of the morning, how Eddie was the one that found his own mother dead in her bed, and how they didn't really know how to react. They didn't know who to call, who to be there with, and it was really just a sad moment in their life, and it was hurtful to see them so vulnerable. It was a really bad day, but then it turned into a good day because we were able to reconnect and talk, and after a while let go of the sad depression of their day that had started off bad, and turned into a good day and just let go of the tragedy and have a sigh of relief and laugh as friends. We were able to reconnect and laugh and make inside jokes, and Eddie told me about a story where he swallowed a hair while he was eating a sandwich at Subway, and I just couldn't stop laughing about it. And we were just laughing and laughing and laughing. And Andrina even said, I think it's hilarious how we're laughing hysterically on the day that my aunt just died this morning. And I just started thinking, oh shit, maybe I should cut back on the jokes. You know, I'm a jokester, I can't stop. But we kept going, and I was just thinking, this is a day to reflect on what have I been doing wrong. It's really time for me to step back and realize who have I been neglecting just for my own needs, just because I hate confrontation and I hate putting energy into things that just are going to be a burden on my heart. But seeing them have such a big burden on their heart, seeing them so vulnerable, seeing them need somebody made me realize I need to step up to the plate and I need to be there. Because where the fuck have I been? What have I been doing? Just focusing on me. So ever since then, I really have been incorporating them back into my life, and I never let go of them. If we don't see each other twice in 1 week, we literally are like, I miss you. We're like, she's my new boyfriend. But we're always together, and they're my second family, and I'm never going to let that go. I'm never going to fuck it up again, because seeing them so down made me realize I need to be there, and I'm going to be a better person.